Well, welcome into the weather office, everybody. Barry Burbank is back from a few days in the White Mountains, just in time for a snowstorm. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Right.
Sorry I missed the one over the weekend.
Well, it's been a little busy here in the weather office. We're glad to have a full team back in action here. What we're watching tonight is a pretty rapid escalation of a storm system, which we can see on satellite behind us, actually. It has a feature much like the last one, almost like that eye that develops right in the center here. That's just east of Atlantic City. It's going to take an interesting track. It's going to loop just around Nantucket tonight, and then it's going to curve and actually head into the state of Maine as we head into tomorrow. So it goes out, and then it gets jammed back in, all due to that big Atlantic block that we've been talking about.
Good news for us skiers.
It is, yes. One of your favorites, Bretton Woods, as we head into tomorrow, and especially tomorrow night, it's probably going to really stack it up.
Yeah, I think when the system loops around like that, it can really clobber certain locations. They get favorable upslope situations in certain resorts, so it all depends about location and the wind direction and all that stuff for upsloping. So that's what I'm looking for. So skiers, stay with it. Hang in there.
I think it's going to be a busy March. In the ski areas, February was not the best month, but boy, we're making up for lost time. So what we're watching this evening is, you can see on radar here, there's some really heavy snow bands that are making their way through New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, and around New York City, where they're getting thunder snow. That will transition up through southern New England tonight. So we've been getting some questions about, are we supposed to head home now? Is this a good time to hunker down? Now's a good time to hunker down. The snow will fill in, and it's going to come down at a really heavy clip this evening.
I don't think I'd want to be on the roads as soon as it starts to get dark, because that's when the road conditions are going to change the most quickly. Going from just greasy roads to slushy roads, just like that, and mounting up fast. It's going to be very slippery snow, so please be careful. If you're going to be out there later, you get an awful lot of extra time.
Accumulations have been a dance, as they always are. We've trended them a little bit, a few miles farther to the east with the bigger totals. The storm a little bit farther east, and so Boston right now looks like probably close to 6 inches of snow overnight. Question is, how much actually accumulates? What does it look like in the morning? Temperatures are well above freezing. So a lot of this melts on contact, some of it compacts down, and it doesn't always look like how it might seem in a forecast by the time you wake up in the morning. But it does look like we'll get quite a bit of heavy wet snow overnight in the city of Boston.
So one concern is the power outage potential. And this is going to be a high density snow. It's going to be mounting up on especially the conifers. How many trees could come down out of this? How many power lines could come down? That's a question mark. But I think you should be prepared for a potential of the power going off.
Now's a good time to charge up those electronics and kind of go through your checklists. Unfortunately, a lot of people just did this drill, just got the power back on, but we have a lot of damaged trees and a really wet ground from that last storm. We've got hanging branches, leaning trees. Only a few inches of heavy wet snow can start to take those down. So this could be another fairly widespread power outage type of system.
And the wind, which is going to be ramping up, isn't going to help at all.
No. Tonight is our peak wind as the storm starts to move by, and that wind's going to bring the surf up again. It's not like last storm, but it doesn't have to be like last storm, because we've lost chunks of seawall. Defenses are kind of eroded. We've lost a lot of beach. Dunes have been beaten down. And so moderate coastal flooding looks likely tonight. The high tide is around 3 a.m.
Yeah.
No, not good.
Tough going. So we'll watch it throughout the afternoon. We'll keep you posted. I think we're going to be tweaking these snow bands a little bit. But it looks like 6 to 12 inches, not too far away from Boston.
Just west of the coastline, getting the big stuff.
Yeah, very wet, sticky, pasty snow. Good snowman weather.
This is where I like to remind people that it's barely snowed for the last month and a half in winter. So it hasn't been that bad, but it's going to be pretty nasty out there this evening and tonight. You can always check us out on WBZ.